quick background.
Peter, let's go to you, and you can give us some brief history of the theater, which has been around a long time.
Yes. I would say the idea goes back for the Playhouse to about 1921. Mamaroneck was mad for movies. They had the Auditorium Theater, which was just a little bit down. We were just talking about that. Was it at Miller's or Ralph's, but in that area. And this fellow, John Lind, said, I'd like to put a grand theater seating 1,200 people here. It was passed by the Board of Trustees in 1921. And about in the next spring, they got a contractor and they started to build, but a year later, he ran into debt. But Mamaroneck citizens wanted this so much that they formed a company and they paid their own money to get stocks in it to build this new building. Unfortunately, John Lind was in such financial difficulties that he committed suicide. So that threw a wrench into the thing. But the Mamaroneck citizens didn't give up. They just kept trying different things, and it was resolved, and they were all set to go when, unfortunately, the government stepped in. And they said, well, we think John Lind owes us $1 million in back taxes in 1923, they said. So they put a lien on it. It took another 2 years. December 1925, they finally opened, and that's when they started.
Wow. But so this was really built on Mamaroneck, at least money, if not blood and sweat.
Absolutely, absolutely. The citizens fully supported this. They were crazy for the movie theater, crazy for movies. It's been that way for the outside. But I think there's more to it than that. We talked a bit about the history of the place, but I think it's like waking up one morning and not having any memory past last week who you are. That's crazy. Right. And the village is like a wandering historic amnesiac that is losing parts of itself every single day in all sorts of different ways. And we don't seem to be able to do anything to stop it. These people, I mean, it's an innate human need. You say, I've lived my life, I've loved my family, I've labored, I want to pass something on to them, some sort of legacy, something that says, hey, I was here. That's what those citizens of Mamaroneck did when they built that playhouse, which was state-of-the-art, the finest in the country. What Norm's approach is exactly right, because there are outcomes for the theater which will satisfy all parties. They are definitely there. And by being non-adversarial, but saying, you know, what can we do? Here are some ideas. I actually feel optimistic because it's a family business, because they have a tradition. And what they do here in Mamaroneck will echo throughout the United States where they own their other theaters and properties.
That's a lovely view, but if they don't come to the table,
Right.
It doesn't matter what wonderful ideas you have.
You keep reaching out, you do what you can, and sometimes that's all you get. But you keep reaching out in every single way,
Right.
as you were doing, that you can think of. We don't know why they're not coming to the table. We don't know what is going on there. We don't know what struggles they have. We don't know what they're facing, what they have to deal with. So anything we can give them, even if
Right.
it's not official contact, which helps them come to the realization or to the capability of responding in a positive way, it's up to us to do. We can only,
Peter?
to me, it's a key. It's a key to the character of Mamaroneck. It isn't simply a building, it's all of those people who are so involved in it, who are so committed to making it happen, all of the things that happened in their life. You walk there and you say, gee, Johnny Carson was here.
Was he?
Well, it is thought that he was there, but in disguise when he did a Magician's Act. You think of all of the Broadway shows which did their tryouts here first.
They did?
In Mamaroneck, yes.
And then went to Broadway.
Then they went to Broadway.
When was this?
Probably
Throughout the
20s.
history of
In
it,
the
yes.
20s?
30s.
Yes, yes.
That
That is
the Gishes lived here.
that is
Barrymore's
all part
lived
of
here.
it.
D.W. Griffith?
That's
Right.
what you would. That's what would disappear. It's like losing parts of yourself, because Norm's absolutely right. Life moves forward, but it can move forward in a way that's harmonious, that holds on to what's the best about the past.